The story revolves around a hero named Tatsumi, who goes toward the capital to make money to change his village. He is recruited by an assassin group called Night Raid to help them in their fight against the Empire. Akame Gekill. The anime begins with a young villager, Tatsumi, who travels toward the capital to earn some money to make his village better. He encounters a dangerous earth beast, but kills it in no time. His two childhood friends, Seo and Ieyasu, are also with him, but they are separated from each other. He not only fails to enlist his name in the army, but also loses all his money to a girl there. When he is sitting, a girl named Arya from a noble family helps him and takes him to his home. He learns from Arya's knight about the Emperor, a child who is controlled by the Prime Minister. He also learns about the Night Raid. At night, Arya's family is attacked by the Night Raid group, and later Tatsumi sees that his friend Seo has died. Tatsumi's other friend, Ieyasu, calls him and tells him how these people tortured Seo and she died. Arya says to Tatsumi that she does all this and has never neglected it. Tatsumi takes out his sword and decides to kill Arya to avenge Seo's murder. Then he goes to Ieyasu, but he is in very bad condition. Akame says that Arya mixed poison in their food and they could not save him. Unfortunately, Ieyasu collapses on his lap. A good friend can never truly be lost. The Night Raid group catches Tatsumi and wants his help to fight against the corrupt empire. They take Tatsumi with them, but Tatsumi is very hesitant. Tatsumi is sitting alone and misses his friends. Truly great friends are hard to find, difficult to leave, and impossible to forget. The boss of the group, Najendra, asks Tatsumi in the hall. She asks Tatsumi if he wants to join the Night Raid. Then Bulat and other members tell Tatsumi that all the problems in the country are due to the corruption of the Prime Minister and other high-level people. The Night Raid group kills the corruptors because they make life easy for common people. Tatsumi is happy to hear this. Leon explains the mission of killing two people, Ogre and Gamal. It's very difficult to kill Ogre because many guards are also with him. Tatsumi says to Najenda that he wants to kill Ogre. Then Tatsumi goes to Ogre, who is too drunk. Tatsumi poses in front, like he wants to join his army. Then he suddenly attacked Ogre. Ogre understands that he is a group member of Night Raid. They fought with each other, and Tatsumi finally succeeded in killing him. Leon and Akame go to kill Gamal. Everyone congratulates Tatsumi for his mission. Then the boss tells Tatsumi about his next mission with Mine. All members of Night Raid are running to kill someone who comes to know the location of the Night Raid. Head out. Several enemies attack Bule at a time, but his power is amazing. Can Tatsumi and Mine go on missions in a town? Tatsumi asks Mine that they don't have any danger roaming in town. She tells him that only 4 members are wanted and other members are not seen. Then they save a little girl from 2 people and also shop there. The scene is shown from the inside of the mansion, where the Emperor gives the death sentence to a person who is one of his heirs, and the Prime Minister smiles and says to him, in his mind, not to worry, he will take care of his beautiful wife. Then they go on a mission given by Najenda to kill the Prime Minister. Mine attacks the minister, but a guard comes behind them in a forest, and he is very well trained, but they kill him. A mysterious person is standing and says there are many people in the capital, and it's going to be amazing to kill all of them. The mysterious person kills a girl. An injured person comes to the boss and gives a list of people who want to join the Night Raid, and then he dies. The boss tells group members to kill the mysterious pets who kill anyone without any reason. Mine says that he is the person who kills prisoners to follow the order of Minotaur, but he became more dangerous, and they locked him up, but he escaped from jail and started killing in the city. The boss says that 1,000 years ago, the emperor who built the capital also made imperial weapons to save the nation, but 500 years before, the imperial weapons were divided in different places in a dangerous war. The Night Raid group members also have imperial weapons. Then Tatsumi and Akame go on a mission to kill the person. The person comes to Tatsumi in his friend's form and takes him so far from Akame. Then he comes to his real form and Tatsumi attacks him. Akame also comes there, and Tatsumi tells him to beware because the person had an imperial arm. They fight with each other. The person hypnotizes her, but Akame kills him. Tatsumi meets his friends in a dream. Tatsumi swims wearing armor. Then Sheila tells her story to Tatsumi. She could not do anything well, but she killed her friend's boyfriend. Then she realized that she could kill people very well. Bulat comes there and tells him he can do very well. Then they all go to the boss. The boss gave a weapon to Tatsumi, so he can read the mind of anyone with the use of it. Then he feels a headache. Mine says that the person who is too weak cannot wear it. Tatsumi is given a book on imperial arms by the boss, so he is familiar with all weapons. Then he asks for a weapon that can retransform a dead body. Tatsumi weeps to remember his friends. He says to Sheila that he is very happy to imagine that his friends may be alive again. A soldier reports to the prince that the generals are defeated and they resign. The minister tells the prince to find night raiders who kill his favorite people. Tatsumi loses in the market and a guard girl helps him. He sees the imperial arm with her that he sees in the book. Leon and Tatsumi go to the red light area of the capital. Leon comes into his beast form using her arm, and Tatsumi is very nervous. They see a room where a person gives a punch to a girl, who is Leon's childhood friend. They go to the person who is drinking. They kill all of them there. Tatsumi asks about the girls there. She says it's not their duty. When Sheila and Mine are going after completing their mission, they see a lady guard. She knows that they are the members of Night Raid. The injuries to the dog healed very soon because he was an Imperial weapon. Mine cut Lady Guard's hands, but they retransformed again. Her dog transformed into a big monster. The dog holds Mine in his hand. She cries for help, but Sheila saves her. Then the Lady Guard shoots Sheila, and her dog cuts Sheila into 2 pieces. Mine gets angry, and guards encompass her from 4 sides. Sheila tells her to run away. The Lady Guard is very happy. Mine comes back and tells everyone about Sheila's death. Tatsumi is very grieved, and he can feel her presence with him. General Esdeath reached out to the prince, who rewarded her. Mine could not eat anything due to an injury to her hands. Tatsumi thinks everyone is quite silent about Sheila. Then, at night, Tatsumi sees Akame in the kitchen, and she tells Tatsumi that they all miss her from inside. Tatsumi promises her that he will come back alive from every difficult mission and take revenge for Sheila's death. Tatsumi practices hard with Akame and Bila. The member of the Imperial Castle, who joined the Revolutionary Army, is leaving the village with his daughter. 3 beasts came and killed them. The boss tells members that many people were killed, and the blame is put on the Night Raid. The boss tells Leon to go to the capital and takes eyes on Esdeath coming to the capital. Esdeath killed those people who didn't follow the Emperor's order and wanted to deform Night Raid. When they go, Blatt uses his invisible technique because everyone knows him because he has worked in the army before. Tatsumi fights very powerfully. Blatt comes there and warns him to stop, then he fights with all of them and defeats them. Meets his fellow general, and they fight with each other for so long. Liver says that he knows he cannot defeat Bulat so easily because they fight in many battles combined. Then Bulat is going to attack him, but the child comes there, and he has to attack the child and misses the chance to attack the Liver. Then Bulat comes to Tatsumi, and he is ashamed for not stopping the boy. Then Bulat fights with Liver and defeats him. Liver tells him a past story, and Esdeath comes to him in jail and asks him to join her army, and she says that she will talk with the minister. Liver says he respects Esdeath a lot, and he will come again. But the child who has a trump card is still alive. Bulat gives his armor to Tatsumi, but he denies taking it. The child also comes into his real form, and he becomes very big. Bulat says to Tatsumi that he trained a lot, and now he can wear it. Then Tatsumi fights with the beast, who is a trump card. Bulat says he is very powerful, and he wants to see him so powerful. And then Bulat closed his eyes and died. Then Tatsumi comes to him and says he did it, and he cries so loudly for Bulat. Mine goes for training because her hand's injury is right now. Boss says she was going to the base of the Revolutionary Army and took Imperial weapons with her. She tells Akame she is in charge of their training. The boss tells Tatsumi to be the person Bulat wants. Esdeath established her new force. A policeman for Imperial Castle comes, and he is very innocent. He enters a conference room where a single person is sitting, and then other members also come there. Night Raid members told Tatsumi a past story about the Empire sending Najenda and Esdeath there. Esdeath kills the people mercilessly, but Najendra cannot see all this and joins the Revolutionary Army. They suggest Tatsumi make some money for his village, because Esdeath sponsors a tournament. The Empire tells Minister Esdeath he wants a man who is younger than Beer and has an innocent smile. On Martial Arts Day, Tatsumi goes to fight with the man there, and Esdeath is also watching the match. She falls in love with Tatsumi at first sight. Then Lubbock and Leon tell other members about Tatsumi. Akame says Tatsumi is a Night Raid member, and they have to save him. Tatsumi is sitting with Esdeath and controlling himself because he has to report all this to other members. He sees Siryu and other members kill bandits and their shelter. Esdeath says she teaches all things to him. Tatsumi thinks he can convince her to come to his side. Tatsumi tells her to work with the Revolutionary Army, but she slaps her. He asks her if she doesn't feel any neglect for the people she kills. She says they are weak and they have to die. Tatsumi says he can't live with someone who only thinks about herself and not others. In the morning, Tatsumi says to Kurone that she looks like Akame. She says yes because she is her sister and wants to kill her. They go to the mountains to hunt bandits. Some monsters come their way. Tatsumi runs from their river and meets Akame and Lubbock. Esdeath's team member says maybe Tatsumi becomes corrupt. She says she waits for him to come back, and she expresses her feelings. Then Tatsumi tells other members about Esdeath and her army, saying that they all use Imperial weapons and talk with Akame's sister. Doctor comes to the mountain and finds something. Then all are sleeping. Leon goes to the pond and sees someone. He is the person of Dr. Stylish. A girl with big ears heard all this and then told Doctor to send other people. Then Akame comes and kills all of them. Tatsumi wears his armor and fights. Mine also comes there and kills the person. She holds Sheila Caesar and weeps a lot. Their boss also comes with 2 new members. Someone behind the bushes is looking for me to kill her, but Leon comes there and attacks him and kills him. Then Tatsumi asks her if she is okay. All the members of Night Raid are standing there. After a few times, they fell apart except for Tatsumi, and then Dr. Stylish sent his other people to them. But the boss tells the new member of Night Raid, Susanoo, to attack them, and he kills all of them. Boss sees them and tells Susanoo to kill them, but the girl with big ears hears this, and they run. Susanoo is in bad condition. but he regenerates himself. Dr. Stylish transforms himself into a dangerous beast. All the members of Night Raid attack. All members reached a forest, and they came to make their new hideout. The boss introduced them to a new member named Chelsea, and Susanoo has his own trump card. Susanoo can do everything but cannot fight. He made delicious food, and the boss praised him a lot. He says to his boss that she is very kind, like his old master, and that he is a good man. They all laughed when they heard the word man for their boss. You don't stop laughing because you grow older. You grow older because you stop laughing. Tatsumi and Leone are surrounded by dangerous beasts, and Leone closes her eyes and sees their master. She jumped toward the master and killed him. Chelsea says they are incompetent, and they need to become strong. Mine says to others that she doesn't like Chelsea and wants her tears. Tatsumi and Lubbock make plans to make her cry, but Chelsea fails to work hard on their plans. Then they talk, and Tatsumi says that she was good the first time they met. As Death is still watching Tatsumi in Imperial City, Run tells As Death about others, but she only loves Tatsumi. A new species of dangerous beast comes and eats a couple in their home. The minister tells As Death to kill the dangerous beasts that come there. Members of As Death's team go from the woods. The beasts come there, but Bull kills them using his imperial arm. Bull says he already knows that he is not good because he kills countless people, and Wave says that he just follows the order. Then Night Raid shifts their hideout. The boss tells them about dangerous beasts. As Death says to Run that the beasts are humans first. Run says that this may be the result of Dr. Stylish. They may come out after his disappearance. Tatsumi asks Lubbock that everyone call their leader boss, but he calls her Najendra, has known her since she was in the Imperial Army, and Lubbock was the son of a rich father, so he falls in Najendra's love and joins the army for her. Tea Times tells. Tatsumi climbs up the mountain, and As Death sees it and thinks it may be a dangerous beast. When she sees that he is a Tatsumi, Tatsumi doesn't have a way to. As Death holds Tatsumi and asks why he runs. She misses him a lot. As Death says she comes there to kill beasts, but there is no danger. A beast is there, but they meet each other again there. Love is very strange. A mysterious person comes out. He activates his imperial arm, and they reach a beach. She says to Tatsumi that the person teleports them there. A big monster comes there. As Death attacks him, but he does not. Tatsumi attacks his heart, and the other monster appears there, and As Death kills him. As Death knows the way to go back, but wants to know about Tatsumi. She tells her whole story about how her parents died. Her father says, at his last chance, don't be weak. They all die because they are weaker than the North. Then she shows her armor and says she tortures people for enjoyment. When the portal opens, Tatsumi says he is going. As Death tells him to stop, but he goes. She comes after him in the same place and says she lost him again, but she believes they will meet again. Tatsumi is hearing all this in his invisible form. Chelsea goes to the merchant and kills him, then comes back and tells the other members. The boss says to Tatsumi that As Death is very powerful and comes against him when he becomes more powerful. The boss says the revolution is going to be final, and they have to finish this corrupt empire. They devise a strategy to destroy the capital with the help of a Western trap. They attack from both sides, and the revolutionary army does its work. Boss tells us there is a twist in the path to peace, and he is the person of the minister. To whom do people think he is their god? They find a proper way to kill all of them. As Death goes on toward the Night Raid. As Death also made a plan against Najendra. Wave, Karome, and Bowls are going to Night Raid to attack them. Karome shows her happiness to her sister, uses her imperial arm and says that she improved herself a lot, and now she can handle a demon easily. She is ready to kill her. The boss thinks she gets a chance to separate As Death from her team, and if she uses the inner arm of Karome, Akame says how many puppets her sister handles. Her speed gets slow, and that's her target. Karame says to Akame that when she kills her, she will add her to her collection. Karome thinks that her sister is corrupt, and that's why she wants to kill her. Susanoo says to the boss that if he is a high-class beast, he can handle him. So the puppet attacks Akame, but Tatsumi saves her. They are all very powerful, and Night Raids is a little upset. Then beasts attack Tatsumi one after another. Became fights with Bull, and the Leone also fights, but their attacks are in vain. The boss tells Leone to help Akame, and she fights with the puppet. Karome cuts Leone's hand. As Death says to run. Something wrong happened. As Death thinks that the whole Night Raid team may be in front of Karome's team. Then Bull asks Akame why she joined the Revolutionary Army. Boss finds it difficult to fight, but she chops his head. Chelsea comes in someone's form, kills a person, and runs away. They fight a lot. Then Akame says to Bull that he can't use his armor anymore. Bull says yes, then clicks on a button, and a bomb blasts there. Everyone is saved from Bull's attack. Bull sees a small girl weeping, and she is injured. He puts a bandage on her leg, and suddenly she attacks and kills him. She is Chelsea in girl form. Bull says he never gives up because he has to go back home. Family is not an important thing. It's everything. Then Chelsea comes into Bull's personality and goes out to search for Karome. Karome sees a past flashback in which a person separates both sisters from each other and makes Karome their ultimate assassin. Night Raid members are sitting, and Akame asks Leone if she is okay. Then Susanoo says to Mine not to move her hand much. Then Chelsea, in Bull's personality, goes to Karome, and she is surprised that Bull is still alive. Karome is walking with Bull. and she sits down and wants something to eat. Chelsea attacks her and says she doesn't feel any problems now. Then Chelsea remembered her memory. Then Kurome wakes up and says she could not die due to the experiment. Then Kurome asks Puppet to kill her. Tatsumi goes to search for Tatsumi and her head is hanging there. Tatsumi is grieving, but he says it's not a time to remember. It's time to finish the capital. A new member of Esdeath goes to the police to protect him. Esdeath remembers Wave weeping for Bull and says all of this happened due to him. Esdeath says she checked with the girl who killed her but could not find anything. Then Kurome worries to think that if anyone could not fight, then he killed to not tell secrets to anyone. She says she cannot be discarded. She died during the battle. Tatsumi and Mine are roaming, and Tatsumi says people don't know what's going on, while Mine says they know everything. Two people tell Akame about a secret way. Then a person comes there and kills these two people, and that man is Ibara. Lubbock is running, and two people are behind him. He falls and poses like he has died, but they catch him. Jame also fights with the man, and he is stronger than her and D spoils her sword. She reflected on his neck and cut him into pieces. Then Run attacked her. The guard then informs the police officer that 3 demons have been killed out of 4. Wave says they could not find a hideout for the night raids. The boss makes a plan to enter the palace when Path of Peace is enjoying their celebration. On celebration day, Tatsumi and Mine are walking. Suzuka and Seiryu recognize them and ran after them. Tatsumi fights with Suzuka, and Mine fights with Seiryu, who kills Sheila. Mine tells her that she blindly follows the rules. Mine attacks Seiryu and her dog. Then Seiryu fell so far away. Ratsumi fights with Suzuka, who is very powerful. Mine is lying, and Seiryu and her dog come to her. In City, everyone is running due to the night raid attack. In the palace, Wave comes out and fights with Leon. The police say to Esdeath that he wants safety and to please him. Esdeath says that all of this happened due to him. Tatsumi is destroying the whole city, and Sasuke is killed there. Mine wakes up and kills Seiryu and her dog. But Seiryu presses a button switch to her brain, and there is a huge blast that happens there, and Mine falls. Leon and Lubba kill everyone in the palace. Esdeath says that boss always fights with her brain. A meeting was held in the ministerial palace, and they were discussing the revolutionary army. The minister introduced his son Sira as the new capital guard in the meeting. Leon and I are roaming in the palace, and she says there are strange ways. Boss talks with Akame and Susanoo about being in front during battle. A lady came to Tatsumi and Lubbock and took them to the palace, but they are surrounded by guards. And other people who joined the revolutionary army were also killed there. Sira fights with Lubbock, and she has an imperial arm. He can teleport anywhere. The general is impressed by Tatsumi, then Sira says that he will kill all of them, even his father. He will be one empire after killing the real empire. Lubbock took his trump card, but Lady attacked Lubbock. Sira uses his trump card to teleport Lubbock to a spaceship. Lubbock bound thread to Sira's hand, and he was also attracted to a spaceship with Lubbock. Lubbock killed Sira, and then he fell from the sky and remembered his days with the night raids. Tatsumi is sealed in jail, and the minister thinks of punishment. Esdeath says that she will torture him. Mine, Akame, and Liang are ready to come for Tatsumi's help. Esdeath comes to Tatsumi and says she can't believe that he is a member of Night Raid. Then she hugs him and wants him to join her. Tatsumi says he cannot live with a girl who only likes destruction. He is also ready to die. Kurome says to Wave, their commander wants to kill Tatsumi because she loves him. Tatsumi is hanging out in the woods, and the Empire says they killed many innocent people in the capital. Esdeath comes to Tatsumi to kill him, but Mine comes there and attacks her, but she dodges the attack. General Esdeath and Nagendra fight with each other, and Mine fights with Budo, who is impressed by their abilities and says the right thing. Mine fell very powerfully on Budo, and he died. She is in bad condition. Akame took Tatsumi's sword and escaped him. Mine is falling and Tatsumi holds her. Esdeath kills Susanoo, but Nagendra regenerates him. Then they all ran from there. When they are running, Mine tells Tatsumi to leave her. She says to Tatsumi that she is happy, and Tatsumi is weeping. All members of Night Raid are worried, and Tatsumi says he cannot do it anymore. They don't have their precious people in the group like Susuneo, Mine, Lubbock, and others, and if they stop, then their sacrifice is wasted. Wave and Run talks about the corruption in the capital and how they have to stop it. The capital is surrounded by a revolutionary army on 4 sides. All the people attack Esdeath, but she kills all of them. Kurome is ill and has less time to live. The dead bodies of the Revolutionary Army soldiers are hanging outside the capital palace. Shame comes to a church for a fight with her sister. Kurome comes there and they both recall their previous days and how they trained and learned from each other. Kurome says it's a good place to kill her. When they start fighting, a dangerous beast comes there and kills Kurome's puppies. Then Akame and Kurome combine attacks on the beast, and Akame cut him into 2 pieces. Then Waves come and attacks Akame, but Tatsumi comes there. Shame kills Marine and weeps a lot. The minister tells the prince to use his family's imperial arm. Then the arm is shown there. Wave comes to Kurome's graveyard and says he is a soldier, but he doesn't know whom to save. The boss comes to the members and tells them that it's their final mission. The members enter the palace to kill the minister. Run comes and fights with them. Run tells them he knows that the capital is corrupted, and they are right. But they chose the wrong way to correct everything. Then Leon fights with him. Tatsumi and Akame go to the Empire Prince. Tatsumi tells the prince that his palace has to be finished. The minister tells the prince to use his imperial arm. Then the prince activated his legendary army, and the capital was destroyed. The minister is very happy, but Tatsumi is angry at him. Prince says that Night Raid is the reason for all this. Wave comes and helps Tatsumi. They tell the prince to stop, but he can't. Tatsumi used his full power on the weak spot of the Empire Prince, and he died. The Imperial arm is falling and Tatsumi stops it to save people and dies there due to his power. Akame comes there, and she is very grieved and weeping for Tatsumi. It's a very sad scene. Death sees Tatsumi and says he died because he is weak, but it hurts her a lot. The boss tells Akame to kill her. Then they fight, and Akame asks her why she is doing this. Akame's speed is very fast, and she uses her sword on his death. Shame says to herself that she cannot fight anymore, but she has to kill her. Seth attacks her, but she escapes because Akame knows that she will use it. When his death is dying, she goes to Tatsumi's dead body and says she wishes that they may live together. Akame says she loves him a lot. Leon kills the minister. At the end, Leon hugs Akame and says she is going. Then, Leon also died on the street. The Empire Prince says to Nagendra that he cannot become a perfect ruler and wants his boss to take care of the capital. Then, the Empire Minister also died there. Wave and Run come to Chrome's graveyard and say to her that they work very honestly. Then Akame goes from there, and the boss thanks her for helping her a lot. Everything becomes normal there, and the anime ends.